People will hear that I've written a book, and they'll ask me what it is, what it's about. And I'll say, oh, the title is Should We Fire God? And people will either kind of look kind of off away and kind of shuffle off, or they'll ask me, why would you write about that? And I mean, honestly, when I think about my life and the lives of the people I know, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, when you think of people having to be involved in work, their jobs, and a lot of times people are having to do even more than their jobs would have required maybe 5 years ago because of all the cutbacks. Or you think about being married, being in a relationship, having kids, being a student, and dealing with the challenges of trying to learn and do all the things that involves. You add to that family life, you add to that just doing things you need to do in order to get through the day or the week, cooking food, cutting the grass, doing laundry. I mean, all this stuff together. What ends up happening is our time gets so short. You add to that any hope you have of friends or some hobby. What can happen is if you get stuck with God, it can be so hard to get unstuck. You know, one of the things that I found is people that are trying to get to know God a little bit more, to see if they really want to follow him, to try to understand who Jesus is, or people that are already following him, they have these difficult issues with him. And so many times one of those is, why aren't you handling the world better? I mean, it doesn't matter if it's an earthquake or it's a tsunami, it's a breakup of a relationship, it's some sort of illness, or it's like what we went through here at Virginia Tech and having the largest university shooting in the history of our country. It doesn't matter. If you're someone that, you know, as you look at the world, you start to think, God, I don't know why you're handling yourself the way that you are. If you're someone that is frustrating or confusing or even it makes you angry, then hopefully this book can help. But there's no easy answers in it. I don't think these are easy questions. There's nothing quick. A lot of times it's not neat. But if you'll stick with it, if you read it through, I think what it can do is it can help you understand a little bit more of where God is coming from. There's some answers that are generational, that have been dealt with by generation after generation, and there's some answers I think that are quite new. And hopefully what we can do is have something that at the end of the day, we're unstuck. We can move forward again with God and then see what he has to say himself.